Do you want to become like that person who goes into the room, who is extremely extroverted, makes friends literally in the click of their fingers, and is having an amazing social life? Well, don't worry, because in today's video, I'm going to share with you the cure to social anxiety and how I managed to become the most confident version of myself. And by the way, if you don't know me, my name is Martin, and I have been studying charisma and communication skills for 3 years straight, and I have helped my clients to achieve social mastery and overcome the situation that you are in right now. Can you imagine why most people are not confident when they come into a social situation, why they have immense social anxiety? It is not because they were born differently. It is just that the confident person tried so much. And don't click off now, because I'm going to explain this in much more detail, that no other influencer will say this. You have two parts of being confident. Let's first talk about the first part. The first part of being confident is the quantity that you do. If I approach 100 girls on the street, do you think the 102nd girl will be tough for me to approach? No, because I have already approached so much that I have not even thought about fear in last 50 approaches, because it's just natural for me to do it. That means if someone is not being confident in a sort of situation, he has not been enough of times in that situation. He has not given himself time to be inside that situation because he was way too afraid of that situation. Why do you think you are scared of tough and hard conversations? Because you have never been inside them, because you don't have any idea how to navigate that territory. It's like when someone grabbed you by a hair and took you inside a different country and told you, listen, you're in this forest, get out of here. But in fact, you have no map, you have no mobile phone, you have nothing, you have no compass, you have nothing, and you just need to get out of this huge forest. It will be tough because you have never been inside that situation. And that is the first pillar. It is the quantity. You need to get into hard situations so you then understand how to navigate those situations. So for example, if there is something that you need to really tell to the other person, say it. Because the next time that thing happens, you already have the knowledge how to solve that problem. You already know that you have been in that situation, so you know how to act and how you should do things differently. And also, if you have never been in that situation and you start overthinking, what if I say this? How should I say this? You have no intel to base this thinking off. You have literally no data. If now you see, oh, I said this and this person did not like me after what I have said, then I should probably change what I have said. Easy and simple, because now you have data to back your intentional thinking about. But in the previous example, you're just overthinking, how should I say this? But you don't know how to say it because you have never been inside a situation in the first place. So that is the first pillar. It is the quantity. Get yourself as many hard and fearful situations, because after just 3 months of being in that situation and constantly doing it, you will lose that fear. You destroy the fear of that specific moment because you have been in that situation for so many times. But the second thing, if we want to become confident, yes, we can become confident in this first scenario right here. But if we don't know how to improve these things, then we will end up in a really bad spot. Because yes, I can approach 100 girls on the street, but if I don't know how to flirt, all of those 100 things will literally go to waste. That means the second pillar is the quality. Quantity combined with quality. And this quality is knowing what to say and how to say it. Most influencers will just say, go for it, dude, just do it. But in fact, we all know that we need to work hard and also smart. There is no one or the other. Being smart in conversations, being smart in social situations, is literally by knowing when to say what, when to act when. That means when a situation will arise, you, for example, know a framework how to deal with that situation. For example, if you want to give someone advice, but you don't want to come across as a dick, then you can use the non-violent communication framework. And it works exactly like this. It works on observation, feelings, needs, and finally questions. So let me give you an example how this works. The first observation will be, I noticed that you started painting your hair blue. Observation. Feeling. And it makes me feel really sad. You never talk about them. And you should do this and you should do it like this. Because then it feels like you are commanding the other person. You are telling them, you should do it like that and you should do it like that. And that sounds really toxic. So that's why we say, it made me feel sad. So we will indirectly say that their actions harmed us. Third, needs. Because I believe that you have such beautiful hair under that blue color. And that is the need. That I would love if you could stop painting your hair blue and have your natural color of hair. And finally, we as a fourth thing, give them an actual say in that scenario. And that is the question. What do you think about my suggestion? Super simple. So just to recap this, I noticed that you start painting your hair blue and it makes me feel really sad because I believe that you have such beautiful hair under that blue color. What do you think about my suggestion? Imagine how incredibly charismatic you will be after you say something like this to someone. They will not feel like you're toxic, they would not feel like you're bossy, but they would also not feel as if you are some pussy who is just, oh, I would really appreciate. You will just seem assertive, but on the other hand kind. And this framework I just pulled up from my courses. So if you want to also get my courses and live a much more happier life, being able to be the master of social situations, then you can join Charismatic Club as the first link in the description. The price is now just $50. Right here is just $50 forever. So if you want to achieve true social mastery and get coached by me as your charisma and communication skills expert and become the most charismatic version of yourself in literally just 6 months, actually 4. That's how confident I am that I can make you the most charismatic version of yourself in 4 months. So if you are interested in that, click the first link in the description and I will see you on the other side. And if you want to know the worst mindsets that are keeping people from becoming extremely and charismatic, then you should click this video right here. Live a happy life.